Imagine waking up before the world stirs, when the air is fresh, the sky is still painted with the soft glow of dawn, and the world seems silent and full of possibilities. Now, what if I told you that there is a secret hidden in these early hours, a secret that most people overlook, a secret that can transform your day, your productivity, and even your connection with your Creator? Today, I am going to reveal something so simple, yet so powerful, that 90% of people never realize it. A wisdom shared by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself. By the end of this video, you will not only understand this secret, but you will also learn how to make the most of it in your own life, unlocking blessings and opportunities that were quietly waiting for you. Stay with me, because what you are about to discover could change the way you start every single day forever. The value of Fajr prayer is something that cannot be measured simply in numbers or routines. It is a moment that holds a deep spiritual connection between a servant and his Creator. When a person wakes up in the stillness of dawn before the world comes alive with noise and distractions, he is gifted with a unique opportunity to experience closeness to Allah in a way that is not found at any other time of the day. The Quran itself highlights the special status of Fajr by describing the recitation of the Quran at this time as being witnessed. This means that the angels bear witness to the prayer, and that alone shows how elevated this moment is. Many people underestimate how powerful the first prayer of the day can be, yet it is a foundation for the hours that follow. A person who begins with Fajr begins with light, with clarity, and with guidance. It becomes the seed of Barakah that spreads throughout the day. When one offers Fajr sincerely, the soul feels refreshed and the mind is put at ease, knowing that the first duty of the day has been fulfilled. It is as if the believer has secured a shield against the difficulties that may come later. Unlike any other time, the early morning atmosphere carries tranquility that calms the heart and strengthens focus. It is a time when distractions are at their minimum and sincerity can be at its maximum. Those who honor Fajr find themselves more disciplined, more hopeful, and more productive in their daily lives. It is not just a prayer. It is a statement that one's day begins with obedience, not negligence. The value of Fajr is that it sets the tone of success, both in the spiritual world and in worldly affairs. The morning hours have always been recognized as a time of strength, clarity, and productivity. In almost every culture, the early part of the day has been associated with wisdom and energy. But in Islam, this understanding takes on a much deeper meaning. The period right after Fajr prayer is filled with blessings that are not found later in the day. The body is rested, the mind is fresh, and the heart is still connected to the remembrance of Allah. It is in this moment that a person can achieve more than what might take hours in the later part of the day. Even in modern science, it has been proven that the brain functions more effectively in the early hours, and a person's ability to focus and retain knowledge is at its peak. This is why students, scholars, and even successful professionals often make use of mornings to do their most important work. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prayed for blessings in the mornings of his followers, which shows that this time has a divine gift attached to it. When one spends this period awake and active, it feels as if the entire day becomes smoother and more productive. On the other hand, when the morning is wasted in sleep or laziness, the whole day often feels heavy, unorganized, and unproductive. The morning after Fajr is also a time when distractions are limited. The world is quiet, people are still asleep, and one can truly focus on personal goals, spiritual reflection, or even physical activities like exercise. This quietness carries a secret strength that transforms a person's approach to the rest of the day. Using the morning wisely not only brings barakah in one's time, but also improves discipline, motivation, and inner peace. The hidden secret in sleeping after Fajr is something that many people overlook, yet it plays a vital role in how the rest of the day unfolds. When a person offers Fajr and immediately goes back to sleep, they often miss out on the spiritual and worldly benefits that are available in those precious morning hours. These are the hours in which blessings are spread, sustenance is written, and opportunities begin to open. Instead of being awake to benefit from this divine flow of barakah, a person who sleeps may find themselves feeling lazy, unmotivated, or even regretful for wasting such a powerful time. The secret lies in the reality that the morning was designed for activity, reflection, and growth, not for falling back into slumber. By resisting the urge to return to bed, one gains access to blessings that cannot be seen but are felt throughout the day in the form of clarity, energy, and unexpected ease in tasks. Many successful people across time, whether spiritual leaders or ordinary individuals, have testified to the benefits of staying awake after fa'il. The world is quiet, the air is fresh, and the heart is still glowing from the light of prayer, creating the perfect environment for thinking, learning, and working. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself encouraged productivity during these hours, and his companions were known for making use of this time to begin their daily tasks, whether it was seeking knowledge, engaging in worship, or earning their livelihood. The unseen secret is that blessings of provision and wisdom are tied to these moments, and those who guard them carefully often see the fruits in their lives. Sleeping after Fajr may seem small, but in reality, it is a lost opportunity to embrace both spiritual reward and worldly success. The time after Fajr prayer carries not only spiritual weight, but also physical and mental benefits that many people are unaware of. When a person stays awake in the early hours of the morning, the body adjusts to a natural rhythm that is in harmony with the way Allah has created the world. The fresh morning air strengthens the lungs, refreshes the brain, and energizes the muscles, making one feel lighter and more active throughout the day. Science confirms that the early hours are when oxygen levels are highest, which improves mental clarity and helps fight stress and anxiety. This natural boost allows a person to think more clearly, make better decisions, and remain focused on their responsibilities. Spiritually, the heart is still warm from the prayer and remembrance of Allah, and that calmness protects the soul from unnecessary worries. Those who develop the habit of staying awake after Fajr often notice that their bodies require less sleep overall, yet they feel more energized than those who spend extra hours in bed. This is because the early start creates a balance between rest and activity. A believer who connects the spiritual act of Fajr with the physical act of remaining active gains a double benefit. They nurture their soul and their health at the same time. It is also a time when one can engage in light exercise, reading, or quiet reflection, which feeds both the body and the mind. Instead of dragging through the day with laziness, a person who honors this time feels a sense of alertness that lasts for hours. The physical and mental strength gained by avoiding sleep after Fajr is a hidden blessing that improves not only one's health, but also one's spiritual stability, creating a balanced life that is both productive and peaceful. Discipline is one of the greatest qualities a believer can develop, and the time after Fajr provides a golden chance to strengthen it. When a person completes the dawn prayer, the natural desire is often to return to the comfort of sleep, but resisting that urge builds a habit of self-control. Every act of discipline starts with small decisions, and staying awake after Fajr is one of those quiet but powerful decisions that shape a person's character. It teaches the mind to lead the body rather than allowing the body to dictate one's actions. By choosing to remain active, the believer declares that purpose and obedience are stronger than laziness and comfort. This routine slowly conditions the heart to embrace consistency, which is the key to success in both spiritual and worldly matters. A disciplined start sets the tone for the entire day. The person who resists falling back into bed finds themselves more committed to their goals, whether it is studying, working, or engaging in worship. The early morning becomes a training ground where the willpower is tested and strengthened. Such discipline also helps in controlling other aspects of life, such as managing time, avoiding bad habits, and focusing on priorities. Just as soldiers train with small exercises to prepare for greater battles, a believer who remains awake after Fajr is preparing their soul and body for the challenges of life. This discipline does not remain limited to mornings. It reflects in daily decisions, relationships, and responsibilities. Over time, it becomes a part of one's personality, building resilience against laziness and procrastination. Resisting the pull of sleep after Fajr may seem simple, but it cultivates the kind of inner strength that transforms ordinary people into individuals who live with purpose, direction, and determination. The hours after Fajr are closely connected with the blessings of rizq, or provision, which extend far beyond material wealth. Rizq is not only about money, it is about health, peace of mind, opportunities, knowledge, and spiritual growth. The early morning is a time when these blessings are distributed, and those who are awake and active position themselves to receive them. It is no coincidence that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, made dua for Barakah in the mornings for his followers, because this is when the doors of sustenance begin to open. A person who remains awake after Fajr benefits from a flow of unseen blessings that guide their day, often finding ease in tasks, unexpected opportunities, and a sense of contentment that cannot be explained by worldly means alone. When someone spends the morning in worship, reflection, or productive work, it is as though they are planting seeds in fertile soil. The result is a harvest of success and